And how's everybody today? Welcome to Simply Living PEI, and this is Tammy. And I'm kind of recording this at the end of a rather busy week, so hopefully you do like what we have talked about this week. I've got a little bit of what you shouldn't do and a little bit of what you should do. But hey, we're doing this together, and I am learning along the way. So hopefully you'll like what you see, and if you do, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, and join us on our adventure, okay? Thanks. Well guys, time to get some winter maintenance done. Our old pipe here, we repaired it last year, but unfortunately, we didn't put enough anti-seize when we took off the hose. Well, now it's to fix the leak, and I think this year we're going to use the tape instead of the anti-seize paste. Well, have the pipe cut, got the nozzle off the wall. Now to put this thing back together. I think next year we're just going to put a new pipe through the wall because I don't think we can repair this anymore. So as Fred says, on the homestead, how to do everything wrong. Well, it might be wrong. It's definitely not pretty. But until we get a new pipe pushed through the wall from the basement, repairs happen. Like I said, it's not pretty, but hey, it holds. So, still a little warm. So now he's outside sanding the bottom part of the pipe. We'll put this together. We'll turn the water on here in about an hour or so once everything's nice and cold. And look for the leaks and see what we have to repair. Alrighty. Do we have a leak? We have water, Freddie. We missed a spot. Well, should we take a little break from our let's try and fix stuff and not screw it up? Just to look at that really, really pretty, beautiful spring tulip. Just had to share. Well, if I gotta be working outside, guys probably can't hear me. We do have a beautiful view from the garden. Alrighty guys, we're back in the garden. So today we're going to get the mulch. So we're hoping that our upper garden here will get the mulch in the aisleways. And guess what? I actually planted something in here. Down at the end where this kale that refuses to die is, I actually put some Swiss chard in. But that, guys, we have corn. Here, actually, let me show you everything that we have down here. Well guys, welcome to the lower garden. So we planted the other day together. In this first row here, we have the peas, sugar snap peas, and yellow beans. Now, that row, we have the rest of those provider beans, because waste not, want not. The rest of the yellow beans and a few green beans at the end. Then we have green beans. Again, we have beets and we have carrots. Or is there 2 rows of green beans? My problem is that with this after or day shift thing, I honestly cannot remember now if I put 2 rows of green beans in or not. I guess I'll find out once they start sprouting. Also though, but down here, we didn't actually do the rows like we were talking about, but we did put double wide rows in there. Because all those little weird double wide rows, that's all corn. So we have planted nothing but peaches and cream corn. So we've done a lot of work, and now it is, I'm pretty sure we still have 2 empty rows that we can actually put more veggies in down there. Oh, it is actually pretty early, but take a look at this morning though. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, yes, beautiful view. One of the reasons why we bought that house. Mind you, at our age, I shouldn't say, because we're not old. We're only in our early 50s. We're at our age, it's a lot of work, but to be honest, we're loving every minute of it. But let's check out our seed saves. I still don't see anything for the seed saves. Whether I actually did that right or not, I guess we'll find out. Maybe someday. But back down there are actually a couple of peas and a couple of beans popping through the ground. So the main reason we came out this morning, so I thought I'd give you the update because it's been nothing really but a maintenance week and Freddie's been doing a ton of work outside, is to talk about that massive rhubarb patch. Now, I've described it to people in the past that it's like, you know, 6 foot wide, about 30 feet long, and nobody believes me. That's about 6 feet wide and 30 feet long. Fred actually cleaned it up a lot. We did find a couple of new little ones, but the reason we came out is we're actually want to talk about what we're going to do with all that rhubarb. So I'm sitting out here on our old picnic table. We kind of inherited the picnic table with the house. And so this is hopefully going to be one of my summer projects, is to get this old paint sanded down and get it painted again. But we are talking about this today. One of the things, and one of the reasons why we do what we do, is we can have all of this in our house for the winter. Now the rhubarb is actually our first canning job of the day. Now a lot of people call these things the canning Bibles. Now this is the Bernardin book. I actually do have both. Now Bernardin, for those of you in Canada, you know who Bernardin is. Bernardin is the Canadian arm of the Ball Canning Company. So if you see anything that says Bernardin, it's Ball. So if you are in the US by any chance and you have no idea what Bernardin is and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you can't use that, that's not safe. It's just Ball, guys. It's the same company, don't worry about it. Now the reason why I like the Bernardin book, don't get me wrong, I like the Ball book as well. But the reason why I like the Bernardin book is it's kind of more of the Canadian flavors. It's the things that we grew up with here. And one of the things that they have in here is called a Victorian barbecue sauce. Now, I've had a sweet barbecue sauce before. So if you're from England or whatever, there's the, like the fruity HP. Yeah, it's the morning and there are bugs out here already. So what this thing does is it uses rhubarb, some spice. Well, actually, I'll tell you, it's rhubarb, sugar, raisins, onions, and some spices. So allspice, cinnamon, and ginger. It's just a barbecue sauce, but it's a fruity, spicy kind of barbecue sauce. Now I've had versions of this, but I've never made this. This is one of the ones that we're going to make together. And I've had, like I said, I've had versions, but I've had it on pork and chicken, come to think of it. I'm wondering how else it'll work, because we have a smoker to put together. So there are quite a few sauces in here that I think we could have a lot of fun with in that smoker. Yeah, I should probably bring you guys along on that adventure, because I'm not 100% sure I'm even going to do it right. I got it last year, never had the opportunity to use it because I was working both jobs at the time. So I didn't even get the thing put together. But let's get back to the rhubarb. So one of the things we're going to make is that Victorian rhubarb, and we're also going to make some rhubarb jelly. Now, Fred's not a huge jelly fan, but I actually like jelly. Jelly on toast, good. Jelly on oatmeal, believe it or not, jelly on oatmeal is really, really good. And then, of course, jelly on things like cheesecake, you can put it in, or if you're making a cake, put it in between. Rhubarb cake with rhubarb jelly, why not? You can even warm it up and pour it on ice cream. Jelly has so many uses, you can't not just have PB&J. But this is going to be our adventure. So now I am hoping to get the very first electric pressure canner that is safety tested. Just so you know, it's made by Presto. If you're going to do any canning, you got to do it safely, guys. We're going to talk all about canning safety when we actually get into the canning. But like I said, this little video has been a bit of a mishmash. today, like I said, we're gonna go and get the mulch, and busy day ahead, busy weekend ahead. It's gonna rain on Monday. Let's get her all done. All right, see you in a minute. Well, we had a pretty major wind last night, so I came out to check these guys, and it looks like our veggies are doing pretty good. Let me see if I can turn this around. Okay, it doesn't want to turn. But anyway, I'll just turn myself into a stick. Let me show you the veggies. So, it looks like everybody took care of the wind last night. It's amazing how well they're doing. Now, these guys I was worried about. Now, these are all those beefsteak tomatoes. As soon as we got them out here into the greenhouse, look at, they've actually, except for that little tiny guy right back there, they've actually almost doubled. So these guys really did not like the light at all. And the Roma tomatoes, I was starting to worry about those guys as well. They've gotten so much stronger since we put them outside. Now, yeah, everybody likes the lights in the house, but of course, they all love the natural light so much better. Now, those guys, though, we've actually had to put on sticks. Look at this. Those are our birdhouse gourds. So I have this funny feeling we may do some pretty good birdhouse gourds. And I was worried about those cucumbers, these guys right here, because they, the sunlight, they really didn't like too much, but all of a sudden, bang, I have flowers. Can you believe that? Flowers. Yeah, so let's get out of here. So hardening off has been a little difficult this year, it looks like, because the sun has been super, super, super bright while it's been out. And close all this up. Like I said, the sun's been super, super bright when it's been coming out, but it's been cooler, so hardening off isn't working quite so well. But check out everything else we've been doing. Oh, hope you guys can hear me all right. So, marker flags. Every tree planter's best friend. So I didn't do as much as in the garden, as you noticed, as I probably would have. But as you can also tell, I think I'm hobbling a little more. So today is the end of another busy week. Like I showed you, we have most of the bottom garden planted, but we also planted a whole whack of trees. That's what the marker flags are for. Check it out. See all the little sea of orange flags? Orange flags, orange flags, more orange flags. Zoom in. There we go. Now we also have quite a few of those flags up along the far edge of the property. So what we planted was a total of, I think it was 62 little trees, not including the almost 30 that we had from just in behind the windbreak. So now we're just going to, on this double row here, so this little double row right here, we're going to put the hose down. It's a little sprinkler hose because these guys are all new, so we don't want the trees to die. Time to save the trees. Yeah, I'm a tree hugger. I admit it. Well, got the little sprinkler hose in. Now Freddie's gonna go and turn it on, and we'll see if we can keep these little guys alive. So I've got them all pinned down with these things. So that's one of those flat little sprinkler hoses. I hear water. Now here comes the fun part. Did I put it on right side up? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, it's coming. I got a spot though that's coming out too far. Time to fix it. Okay. Sprinkler. Take two. I don't hear water yet. Oh, we're at the tap. I hear water. And it is coming out the holes. Yay! This is fabulous. Now, you probably can't see any of that on the video too much, but excuse my sniffle, allergy season. Oops. But we have water and we are watering trees. Yay!